I started at the very beginning. The Torbay Helpline had asked the community for volunteers and I joined up that day. Not that I can remember exactly, but I think my first job was to do 2 days a week delivering parcels to people who at that time predominantly had COVID and weren't able to get out and shop for themselves. Although that evolved, and I delivered things such as pet food or disposable nappies and incontinence pads, prescriptions, all sorts of things. Whatever was needed, I took. Yeah, very much so. I had one lady who wasn't able to walk. She wanted me to go and do her shopping list, which was very specific. She wanted things like gluten-free lemon cake and lots of things I had to spend a great deal of time looking around the supermarket for. And as somebody who hates supermarket shopping, I found that a bit of a challenge. But I had one gentleman who needed incontinence pads, and he found sometimes he would run out, even though he had a weekly delivery, at a time when the Torbay Helpline was shut. So I gave him my number and I would deliver pads to him whenever he needed them. And so that became an ongoing relationship. Or I had another gentleman who he'd moved into a flat and he had absolutely nothing, which was, for me, we were able to take him food as given by the Torbay Helpline, but also I happened to have in my garage a spare television and a microwave and spare bedding, all sorts of things which he was able to use. And we built up a good rapport, and over the following months we've been able to take him all sorts of things and respond to whatever requests he has had, including on Christmas Day we took him a Christmas dinner, for which he was really grateful. Yes, with mixed outcomes. I had one gentleman who at the beginning very much needed somebody to whom to talk, but I realised sort of 3 months in, when he was dismissing me from the phone call, either I'd become exceedingly boring, which isn't out of the possible equations, but he clearly now was able to manage without that support. I have a lady that I've been phoning for over a year, and she and I have developed a wonderful friendship, and that will continue into the foreseeable future. I did have a third individual who was a lady of particular need. She was autistic, and the fit there wasn't good. And uncomfortable though that was, it was nice to know that I was there at least to try to help. And I think some of my friends who volunteered have had the same experience where the fit hasn't been quite right. And each of us has been learning how to adapt and how to accept that we're not going to be right for everything. Yes, we were there right at the beginning. Snow, hail, wind, rain. From day one. My husband and I did it, well, my husband's still doing it. I stopped about 3 months ago. From a selfish point of view, I have to say it makes me feel good. But what is so great for the community is it's bringing together those of us who feel we have the wherewithal to help those who need help. And what the Torbay Helpline has done has acted as a conduit to bring those two parts of society together. I just have to say, if I might, how wonderful it was to have the Facebook page where people were able to tell the community what they wanted, and we were able to respond individually. And for example, certainly in the first year when the demand was really high, we were able to take decorations to a nursing home and children's presents to a children's home, and we could listen to what the people needed and respond directly, tailor-made to folks' needs. I thought that was inspirational and certainly brought a lot of good feeling to a lot of people, both the givers and the receivers.
Carol, thank you very much indeed. We need more people like you, and we know we've got hundreds more like you, but if we can get that message out, your very affirmative message, then we're doing very well indeed. I know I don't need to ask this question, but you are going to continue volunteering, aren't you?
Absolutely.